Hi everyone, so happy you stopped by again to see a new video from Dyanne, and of course my name is Janny. Today we have two new DIYs for you. One will be a rustic farmhouse kitchen scale from cardboard, and of course Dyanne made a cute little pink gnome. So I hope you enjoy watching. Let's jump into our first DIY. So for this DIY you don't need a lot of things. You see already here I have some old cardboard and some two coasters for under your planter from the plastic. What I'm going to try to make is I'm going to make a scale which you can weigh on. I just saw with the beautiful YouTuber Nicole Nordgarden. I saw with her, she had a great scale, she decorated with it, and I was so in love with that scale because here we don't find that greatest state of scales, because most of the time they don't look so nice. And of course we are in lockdown, so we don't find anything right now. So I was thinking in the night, what can I do to make my own scale? So I will use two, it's all an experiment. I use two planters, coaster from you can do under your planters for outside or inside. I have them already for a long time. I'm going to make, because I hope I can show it to you. And I do it on camera, that's always awesome. I will do this as underpiece, and this will be the top of it, and in between I will have this little weight sign. And of course I have to make a little basket of a little box out of it, so it can be glued in between. So this is all, like I said, it's an experiment, so I take you along. I really don't know if this will work out or not. We will see. But what I'm going to do first is just draw another round, and then I'm going to make the sides just to make a cardboard box. So you just see I made the same little round as this one. I will cut this one of course out, so we get the same round, and then we're going to make from cardboard the sides. And you see, if this will work out, you can make very easy your own cardboard scale. So a little bit over here, a little bit over here, so we get the same rounds. So you see, now we have two of them, and what I'm going to do is place in between. I'm going to place a piece of cardboard and just glue it together. I will do that right now. So you just see, I just made a line over here for the width of my little box that will be. Of course I did on the sides a little, like 1 centimeter, I think it's 1 inch or 1/2 of an inch. And of course I will cut these pieces off so I can glue it on the sides of my round, then it will stay better. So I will cut this one out with my knife, because if you do it with your scissors he already is wrinkling. So I'm going to do it with my knife. I do one piece first, and then you see I made my piece, I already cut it off. And what I did right now, I just already give the cardboard a little bit of the round, so you can already get in the round. So you see, this is a little bit what I will need, and this will be here over here and the other one over here, and then you will be in between of the planters. But when I look at it right now, I'm far away from a scale. But we are going to work with it and hope that it will look better in time. So what I'm going to do right now is just give little pieces over here, and on the other side the same, so I can glue it a little bit better on top of my cardboard. So you see, this little bit what I mean. And now I'm going to, you see, you can just fold the pieces inside, and so you can get a little side for gluing your, the glue is a little bit better than just gluing it on top of it. Of course you have to work with the cardboard, it's always going in his own way. So just work a little bit so you get a nice side, and then you are going to glue it on top of my cardboard round. So you see here I just made my round, and now I'm going to fold them inside. So you see you get a nice round to glue your to do your glue on top of it, and then glue it on the first round. I'm going to do that first, but that will take too long for you if I do this in front of the camera, so I will show it to you when it's done. So you see here, now I have my round. Here is finished. It was a little bit of a task, but it was, I can't say it was very difficult, because it was easier than I thought. But it is very important that you just bend over the pieces of the cardboard and then glue it on top of each other, and then the other side, and just do the sides also a little bit with glue. And now you already have your middle scale, piece of your scale. And of course I will paint it, and I will paint this one. So then we are ready, ready for making the front of our scale. But I'm not unsatisfied how it turned out. So, and like I said, it's so easy. Just take some cardboard, some pieces of planter or old, you can also use old plates. Of course, you can do anything you want. I didn't want to make a very big one, so I used this one, and I had them lay. And with this and some print, I hope that will look like a scale when I'm ready. So you see, I just going to paint it in the schoolboard paint, but of course use any color you like. I'm giving it the first coat of the black color. So, and then we let it dry. So if I did paint everything, I show you the next step we are doing. So you see here, I painted all the pieces, the top, the bottom, and of course the clock. And I on my computer already made an old print from some old weight scale. So I'm going to cut it out, and I'm going to look if it's fitting okay on top of my the front of my scale. So then will it look already a little bit more like like a weight scale. So I will cut this out. So you see, I just cut it out. I had two different ones here with a brown side to it, and of course here with the neutral, only the black. And I'm going for the neutral black because I like that a little bit more. So I don't know if I will Mod Podge it or just glue it on top of it. But if I will Mod Podge this, it also can wrinkle, and it can be a little bit too much shiny for me. So I think I just glue it on top of it. So I use for this the normal glue, at least normal glue, but everyone is thinking about a normal glue. But just glue it. And I just always let it dry for a moment so it can find its way. Especially around the sides. And I always do the sides of my paper also. So I am sure that really the sides for me is the most important thing. That it will stick this way. Because you don't want to have standing sides who are going to stand up. You don't want that, because, and now I'm going to let it fall on top of my scale and just try to get it a little bit in the middle. So, and I let it dry for a moment right now. So you see, while my glue is drying, I took some piece of twine. I have a little bit of a darker twine, and of course I have a little bit of the lighter one. And I'm going to work it around my scale, just around it. And then I think it looks a little bit more finished than it is right now. So I will glue this on the sides of my scale. But of course you don't have to do it. This is something I like to do, but we will see if it works out or not. So I just wanted to show you a little piece how it's going with the twine. And I think it finishes it off a little bit more. So I am going to just do little pieces of glue, just a little spots, so you don't have too much glue around your scale. I always do little parts of it, so I work every time a little bit further, but I think he already looks very nice. And just from cardboard, it doesn't cost you nothing. So I hope the lighting is okay. I really hope it is, because I hope you really can see it. This is the underside of the scale. What I'm going to do right now, I took some pieces of slices of wood. I just have this also laying around in my stash. What I'm going to do is glue one on top of here, because I want to have a little space in between my scale and the bottom, and I think it looks a little bit more rustic if you give it a little bit more of the touch of wood. You probably have it laying around, so I'm just doing some glue on top of here, and I want to have it glued very. So I am going to lay it in the middle. So this is already one piece. What I'm going to do right now is just gluing this clock on top of here. I have to look if I this also have in the middle, and I have to look where I want to put my glue, because I have to look for where it does touch it the most, and of course here in the middle. So I'm going to glue my scale, at least the top of my scale, but I want to have more glue. But always when you need more glue, your glue gun is saying do it yourself. So I think, I don't know if more crafters have this, but at least I do. So, and I'm going to try to get it in the middle. At least I hope I do. This is always a tricky thing, I think, because if you don't have it in the middle, I'm sorry that we have to wait have to wait for it, because I can close the camera right now, because of course I can cut it out, so you won't notice that I'm stuck here so long. So you see already, this is already the little underpiece. What we're going to do right now, just also one slice over here, and then we are going to place our top of our scale, and I think he looks already like a scale. So I am going to do that, and then I show you how everything is working. So you see here my scale is drying right now. What I'm going to do, I just took a piece of the beaded garland, because I want to use 4 of these little stands. At least I hope they will stick to the underside of my scale, but we will see. So I use 4 little beads of this one. So you see how my little kitchen scale turned out, and of course, like you see, I did some little beads under it. And you see, it looks a little bit better right now. The only thing I need to do still is just to decorate with it. And I'll show you in a moment how I decorate this little scale. I am so happy how he turned out. I know when you see it, it's just from plastic and cardboard. But, but I'm very happy how he's looking like. And how easy it was to make one of your own. So you see how my kitchen scale turned out, and I am so happy with it. I just did some cheap Easter bunnies on top of it, and I painted them in the white color. Of course, I have them already all for a long time, so they are also from out of my stash, and I am really happy how my kitchen scale turned out. And like I said, it's only from cardboard and plastic, so of course I'm very happy. But I have to be honest, I'm still a little bit jealous on Nicole, her beautiful scale, but I love this one also. This one will go inside in my kitchen, and of course I love to decorate for it for every season. So you see, with only almost nothing you can still make your own kitchen scale. So before we go further to our second DIY, I have to tell you that this video is also a challenge video which is hosted by the beautiful Kiki and Jamie from Kiki DIY and Jamie from Simple Woods, Simple Living. I have a link down below for both of the ladies, their beautiful channels, so go check it out. And of course, if you like Dyanne and my content, I hope you will consider subscribing to our channel also. It's always a little bit of chaos and fun, but if you like that, I hope you will consider subscribing. Let's jump into our second DIY.
Hey, Dyanne here. Thank you for being here today. I'm going to make a DIY for a gnome with you, and for that we have a really simple thing we want to use. This little jar. Let's jump in and start crafting. Okay, the first thing I want to do, I have here a brand new fleece blanket, which I actually don't use. I'm going to cut a piece out of this cloth because I want to use this as the head for the gnome. Here I have 2 pieces of cloth, and I'm going to measure the diameter of this jar. And then first I'm going to do one off camera. I'm going to draw 2 pieces of the hat because I've got to glue the parts together. I want a hat with bunny ears because this one is for spring. So I'm first going to try it off camera because really, trust me, I'm not good with needle and thread and stuff like that. Just a wild gamble, this DIY. But we'll see how it turns out. My first piece is done. Don't mind the black. I just have a marker for that. First I thought, maybe these ears are large enough, but now I thought, well, maybe they need to be a little bit larger. So I draw new ones, and first I want to try, I'm going to do the whole thing again on this part. Let me see, what is the inside? Yeah, this is the inside of the fabric. I'm going to draw around and then recut it from this piece. Oh, this fleece blanket is such sturdy stuff. This is an old one, by the way. Or old one, well, I bought it a while ago, but the blanket is new. This is the second one. Time to cut it out. Okay, time for the next step. I have to glue in the kitchen, so it won't be on camera, but I will tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to glue all around the corners here, or actually like this here. Then put this one on top, press, wait till it's dry, and I turn it inside out so we have a really nice, cute hat. Okay, time to glue. I have to glue in the kitchen. I'm sorry, I have a lack of space. I hope it will work out well, that you can see what I'm doing, because the power cord isn't that long either. I think I just have to turn the whole thing around. know what is wrong with the glue gun, but doesn't really want to press forward. Maybe it isn't hot enough because I used it several times. Let me just quickly see how it sticks together. At least upon the one side. Oh, this is going to be such a mess. Well, if it has to be done, then I'm going to redo the whole thing, but just firmly press. Don't know what is wrong with the gun. This is just excess glue in the center, which I don't need, so I'm going to pluck that off. Hope you're not going to see that. No, I don't think so, because the glue is dry. And they're just really small parts. Well, I'm going to check upon my glue gun if everything is going okay, and then I'll be back. What a weird thing! I'm back up and running again. Luckily, the thing wasn't broken. That news is that I have to redo this part, but that isn't a problem because the thing is working again. Just guess I have to do it step by step, because otherwise the heat of the glue is already so much gotten downwards that it doesn't work anymore. So when I'm finished with this part, the other half, I will show you how to turn it inside out, and this is how the shape looks like right now. The ears are a little bit rounder than I expected them to be, but never mind, it looks pretty cute like a hat. I'm going to use kitchen towel to fill this part up, and I also think here in the corners I just measured around the bottle that there is a little bit too much space. You know, it's a little bit too wide, so I'm going to put a little dots of glue in here to make it a little bit tighter. So I have sheets of kitchen roll, and I'm going to use little parts of it to fill up the hat so that the shape becomes nicer. This is too large. There really isn't that much space left anymore in the ears, but I really want them to be, you know, firmly up, because then it looks more like a rabbit or bunny. Don't press too hard, otherwise I think I'm going to ruin the whole thing. Oh, this one here is larger, so I think there will be fitting in some more paper. I'm going to do this piece by piece. Look, I really like the shape better. It's now a fuller hat. And yeah, I think the head is pretty much done for now. Only one, but then I'm going to do that and decorate it with a little piece of ribbon. But that is for later. Now we'll move on to the beard of the gnome. It's time to make the beard. Therefore, I'll be using a little piece of fur cloth. Oh, that was the hat. Stay in its place. There you. I still have to glue it because first I wanted to do the beard. What I'm going to do, I already measured what I need. This part here. I'll be using a back end of a scissors, pair of scissors, and better turn this away. Start scraping very lightly. Is this no, I have to use this side. This one is sharper. Scraping for really light here on the back of the cloth, because if I use a knife I'm going to trash the whole beard and that's not what I want. So this will take some time. When I'm done, I of course will show you how it looks like. Look, I've done this little part here. I will show you how it looks on the front. Oh, look, this is the top of the beard, and if I would have done doing this with a knife, I would scratch down the whole, you know, top part of the beard, and that would look so ugly. So yes, it takes some time, but then you have a really cute beard. I'm almost done. Less parts are to be done right now. And the one here at the side is always hard. Oh, so something stuck here. Look, now the beard is ready. Well, there is a little bit of fabric here, but now I have a really clean cut. I can carefully cut the loosest parts off. Now, here is a really long piece of wire. And here as well. Just I'm trimming the beard a little bit because I see it is not completely cut straight either. I really think that a gnome with a neat beard is important. This piece of fabric is of Janny, from Janny. She gave it to me. Thank you for this, Janny. Because I don't have such beautiful fabric at home here. This is a mess. The beard is done. Let me see how beautiful this looks. Oh, it is a little bit too long, I guess. Yeah, just a little bit, not too much. Oh wait, of course I can move it a little bit more up. Yeah, it is. The measurement is pretty good. Let me see how it looks around this part here. Completely upon the top, is that possible too? I think it is, yes. But how does this look with the hat on top? Does it fit as well? I guess it not completely. But that is at the back, so you're not going to see the back. Look how cute. I think I'm going to glue it straight on or underneath here, underneath the lid of, and then you get this. That is exactly what I want. So I'm going to glue the beard to the pot, to the jar, with a lot of glue. I don't think hot glue will be a good idea because this is fabric and this is different fabric than the hat. No, this is not going to work. No. This won't work, this will. I'll be gluing in the kitchen. I'll be back soon. I forgot one important thing. This guy here needs feet, of course. How could I forget? Well, before I start gluing the beard and the hat, I'm going to make feet, and for that I need cardboard. Back with a piece of cardboard. This is the nice part, so that is going to be the front, the top. This is the bottom. So, just place your jar. Oh. Is it nice and even? Yeah, I think it is. Now I'm going to draw. Oh, let me zoom in. You can't see properly, I suppose. There, that is the back. Now I'm going to draw here. This will be the center, I think. Yeah, about here will do. Going to draw 2 feet. Sorry, the battery went dead again. What I wanted to say, I'm going to draw 1 feet like this, and the other one is going to be a little bit like that. I think I'm going to make the whole thing a little bit smaller. Like so. Now I'm going to draw feet. Very bad at drawing feet from loose hands. You know, without a stencil or things like that, without a pattern. I notice that this point of the tip of the marker isn't straight anymore. Now it looks like a rabbit upside down. Are they equal? I hope they are. Feet are done. This looks like Mickey Mouse right now. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to make the whole thing black with permanent marker and then just glue it upon the bottom of the jar. Feet are applied, just with glue, nothing special. Hot glue. Yeah, it is hot glue. Now it's time to apply the beard. The feet are done. And I'm going to look how cute the feet are underneath the beard. This is so stinking cute. I have to pull it tighter, I suppose. Because I really don't want it to see. No, this isn't good. I have to figure this out. Sorry, it has to take a while. The beard is upon the jar. Make all the hair nice and neat. Maybe I'll get to pick some paper out. Okay, now I want to apply the hat to the jar. Here on the back there is still a little bit of glass left. I'm going to put a few drops of hot glue upon there and then just slide the hat into the right place. The hat is secured and well. I have to finish one last thing, which is the nose. I just use a wooden bead. I'm going to glue that upon here, but actually right now I'm in doubt if I want to do something here around the side of the hat. I think I'm going to get myself a little piece of ribbon and glue that upon the entire side of the hat. It's almost done. The nose is upon the gnome. Oh, here's a little bit of fabric. And the only thing I want to do is add a little band of ribbon here to finish the whole thing off. Okay, this is my fault. I thought that the camera was on. It wasn't. So I'm going to explain what I just did. I put glue here and there. Easily laid the ribbon around here, glued it here on the back, and now I'm going to do this side here. just turn the whole thing around. Yeah, the back isn't that most beautiful part of the whole gnome, but on the other hand, it is the back, so it isn't that important. As long as the front side is well. Now let me see. Yeah. And to put some more glue, I think here on the ribbon is the best option. Now I have scissors here to press the whole thing into the right place if it is necessary to do so. Here are some wires that I want to cut off first. Now I'm going to use a small dot of glue here to fit in that part. Sorry for the ticking, I know there's a very annoying clock nearby the camera. My apologies. Well, I think here we are. Isn't it cute? Don't touch it. Leave it like this. Beautiful. And the little fella is done. Look how sweet he turned out. Perfect for Easter. I love the bunny hat and the ribbon around its hat.
So these were already our 2 new DIYs. I hope you had fun watching, and of course Dyanne and I always hope you try it yourself, because you saw the kitchen, the cardboard kitchen scale and the little gnome are so easy to make. So just try it yourself. And of course Kiki and Jamie, thank you so much for hosting this great challenge. Dyanne and I had so much fun making this, and everyone go check out the playlist with tons of beautiful Easter inspiration. Everyone, we wish you all a beautiful, beautiful day. Stay safe, take care of yourself and take care of each other. And we hope to see you in our new video. Love from Dyanne and me. Bye everyone.